Zaza. Oh, yeah.
Fitzy and
Sweet as.
Whipper.
Happy Monday, guys. Hope you had a great weekend. Welcome to the Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
Fitzy, look out!
What?
Pranked you. Pranked you. There's nothing behind you.
But I didn't look behind me.
Hey, knock, knock.
Got me a beauty.
Knock, knock.
What? Where?
You know, you say,
Someone at the door?
No, you say who's a... Knock,
Oh.
knock.
What?
No.
Who's there?
Europe.
Europe what?
That's not how the joke goes. Knock, knock.
What?
Doesn't matter. Not. See, the thing is, not all pranks will work.
No.
Europe is...
So that's...
that when you say...
I go
Yeah. So I'd cut that bit out of the intro to
Thank
the podcast.
God they didn't work
Because
really,
that
did
kind
they?
of doesn't set the
Well,
tone.
no, my son
It's the
has...
tone a bit.
He and his mates...
Are they doing pranks?
No, yeah, well, they've found out. I didn't know this, but there's public phones now, the Wi-Fi ones, where you can ring someone for free for the first minute before you have to put money in.
So I could call you every day for a minute.
Yep.
But even
for free.
if... Yeah. Or I go to different phone booths. I could call you 10 times
He's been
from
doing
different phone booths.
been doing a few prankies. Yeah, old ringing a few pubs going, there's Rufus there.
Yeah.
Rufus leaking.
Hey, is your fridge running? You better chase it out the door.
That kind of stuff. So my wife rang me the other day and said
I quit.
he's with his mate in Darling Harbour and
On the cans.
there's a public phone up here. Do you want to get into the office and record it? So we went in there and you'll hear his first pranky. See you later, guys.
The Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
So school holidays are over for a lot of kids. They're back to school. Parents, you're probably dropping them off right now. Congratulations. One last term to go before the end of the year. Lenny's our youngest, 9 years of age, has had a few play dates over the last couple of weeks, hanging out with friends. He keeps saying to me, Dad, you know that you can ring people for free from public phones now? I said, no, you can't, mate. He goes, no, you can. I said, no, Lenny, you can't. You've got to put some coins in there and then you ring. Apparently, I was wrong. Apparently, with the Wi-Fi phones, the public ones, you can ring someone for free for the first minute and then it cuts out before you do have to put money or a credit card.
I thought those Wi-Fi phones had, like, free Wi-Fi. Like, if I went and stood next to it, I could use its Wi-Fi.
Oh, can't you?
I don't know.
not
I've never tried it. I just assumed when I saw the Wi-Fi symbol on the little roof of it, I thought I would go over there and I go, oh, free Wi-Fi. Good.
Saw a guy in the city the other day just absolutely blowing up on someone on a public phone in the city.
But only for a minute.
What, yelling?
And then he had to hang up.
It's not bad, just teeing off on someone for a minute and then that's it, you're done. So Lenny keeps telling me about this and I said, how do you know about this? He said, we may have done a couple of prank calls.
Oh, God.
So, well, you've got to be careful, mate. Who are you ringing? So he said, I've done it to Mummy, right? And he's been hanging out with Hunter, his mate. So the other day, I get a phone call from BJ, and BJ was in Darling Harbour with the kids, and she goes, oh, the boys keep walking past public phones, and they want to prank call you. I'm just giving you the heads up just in case you want to record it.
He wants to
I
prank,
love BJ.
wants to prank the prankster.
So we were in the office and I said to Tommy, go get Macca, let's go set this up. I'll plug my phone in, and I gave BJ the thumbs up.
Yep.
I said, well, if you find one, we're ready to go.
Oh, jeez.
Great. And I'll play along with it. Because he knows that Daddy's been getting quite a few telemarketers lately that just want to, that want
Sure.
electrical plans, what's your latest phone plan, all this kind of stuff. And Daddy can get a little bit angry on the phone with that sometimes. So he decided to give me a call. This is what happened. Hello?
Hi, do you want to talk about dinosaurs?
Sorry, who's this? I'm just at work at the moment. Who's this, sorry?
This is Max.
Hi, Max. I'm just at work at the moment. What would you guys like?
Do you want to talk about dinosaurs?
What is there some in the area or?
No, I just want to talk about dinosaurs.
Okay. Is this to do with my phone plan? Because I'm happy with mine at the moment.
No, but do you want to talk about turtles?
Turtles, I feel like our government's going at turtle pace at the moment, just getting a few things over the line, you know what I mean?
Yeah, sucked in Daddy, let it
Got him a beauty!
Dinosaurs!
For a 9-year-old, I didn't mind his plan of attack.
Yeah, the repetition of dinosaur was building, and then to change to turtle unexpectedly was a real
Yeah,
that was
I
awesome.
don't know where they were going with that.
I love that. You were stumped, mate.
But I thought that was Hunter talking. Lenny told me it was him talking.
Got your
Didn't
beauty.
even sound like him. He's changing his voice.
You won't come back from that.
Tommy, get him into nights.
Whatif.com is all about helping Aussies make the most out of every trip.
Book a hotel, flight, surfboard, and snorkel all before you can say brekkie buffet.
Jump online or on the Whatif app and get started.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
Oh, no.
Sorry, man, I'm just Googling.
What are you Googling?
How many days till Christmas?
Like 10 weeks, isn't it?
76 days. Panic has set in.
Don't even want to... Yeah, you probably could have done
76
this before
days.
during Nicky, Yor and Daisy.
No, I'm on the fly, mate. I'm that kind of guy. I'm just... Countdown is on for rig season. More and more, I can feel the pressure of knowing. Everyone's saying, oh, it's going to be a wet Christmas. It's going to be a wet one, wet summer, guys. I don't care.
Have you ever shred?
Yeah, big time.
No. You need more than 10 weeks, big man.
Do you know what's happened to me? I've found myself in this hole and I'm spiraling down and down and down. And
Food.
Nope. You know when you're in a relationship and you don't know what to do, one of those ones, and you ask too many people and you get too many opinions and then you find yourself stumped. You're paralysis by analysis.
You're in
You're
struggling.
overthinking. No, that was just another example. We're fine, but my overanalysis of tips and tricks to weight loss it's got me puzzled, mate. It's got me confused. It's got me overthinking things. I think there's a guy by the name of, is it Adam Sullivan? Is that his name? And he breaks it down simply, and he goes down and he says, look, if you eat more than you burn, you're going to put on weight. And I need those simple messages. And TikTok has not become my friend because I've watched a couple of weight loss techniques and the different tips and tricks, and then it just feeds me more and more. And by the end of my session, I'm like, oh my God, what? I've watched 300 of these videos now and I don't know which one to believe.
Sounds like an algorithm that sucks you in.
Yeah.
No way.
First it served me the Big Man T-shirt, which I told you about last week on the show, saying T-shirts that actually make you look fitter than you are. And I thought, oh, maybe I'll get one of those because they have like these guys in sloppy T-shirts and they go, man, I look so fat. And then girls walk past when he's got his new T-shirt on and they go, whoa, who's that really fit guy? So you can tell the impact those T-shirts have. Tell me what you think. And 13 24 10, if you've got any sort of weight loss tips or tricks or techniques that you're adopting at the moment.
Exercise?
Right? That you're finding. I mean, let's add that to the list. That's one I haven't tried. I mean, look at Confidential this morning. You've got Tim Robards standing there celebrating his 40th birthday. Have a look at the rig on that donkey.
Tim was in there's. I mean, it's. I don't know if it's to do with his 40th. It was something else.
Talking about his.
But Tim, I wonder if it's now just mandatory with Tim in a photo shoot.
Tops off.
Sorry, Tim. What are you doing with your shirt on? Take it off. Like, does he instantly have to take it off?
I think when he goes to a photo shoot now, he doesn't even take a shirt.
I can't recognise him with
a shirt on. It's like seeing a wiggle outside of their colourful skivvy. You wouldn't have a clue who it is. Here's a couple guys that I found myself focusing on TikTok last night when I was lying in bed, hoping the weight would fall off. Here's the first one.
Guaranteed weight loss plan. Increase your water intake by 1 litre
1 litre
every day for 7 days. On the 8th day, what I'd like you to do is skip breakfast.
Skip breakfast.
But hopefully after 7 days of increasing your water intake, especially with drinking water first thing in the morning, breakfast will be missed naturally anyway. Wow. But I have an opinion that the whole diet industry, the weight loss industry, the diet industry, it's just a scam.
Oh, no.
And I feel sorry for any of you out there that are paying money to lose weight.
All right, next one, please. What else is in there?
One of my main meals that helped me lose 35 kilos in just months, guys. Get yourself some 3 eggs, 3 rice cakes, some avocado, and some high in protein cottage cheese.
Not
now
too
cook
hard.
the eggs
See
the
you,
way
mate.
you want.
Next one, please. This is me. This is me in TikTok.
If you can't see your abs because they're covered in fat, then you are wasting your time trying to bulk up because you're only going to get fatter. The more fat you have, the more fat your body wants to have. The less fat you have, the more muscle your body wants to build. The best way to train for this is to lift weights 3 times per week.
Okay, Macca, I'm lost again. Next one.
You lost Whipper at live.
Anti-dad bod exercise program. Choose one of each exercise. First option's a reverse lunge with knee drive, or you can do elevated heel goblet squats. Just choose one. I'm giving you options here.
Squat?
Option number one for your pushing exercise, single arm
So
floor
pull that
press
one
and
down,
bridge.
Macca. This is okay. So you can tell why I'm getting lost and confused here. And then this idiot comes out and says this one, which had me stumped.
Eating a banana and putting a banana in a blender is two different things. I did not know that. One day I said, let me put a banana just to see. And I'm like, damn, this is delicious. I'm onto something. I gained weight that week. I didn't know what it was.
From the banana?
When you blend a banana, it's 8 points. When you eat a banana, it's nuts.
What? It's 0
How's
points?
that for you? Because when you eat fruit and when you drink fruit, it's two different things. That's why all these fat people, when you see them going, I don't eat breakfast, I drink a smoothie. You're killing yourself.
Is that true?
No, I think he's confused. You know how if you go and have apple juice,
Yes.
even if it's fresh, it's not the same as having the apple because you're just
Concentrated
having the
sugar.
But bananas, if you have a banana smoothie, it's all in there.
That one blew up. No, this guy wasn't even talking about a smoothie, says. He was just saying if you blend a banana, just a banana, the actual fact of cutting up the banana will add calories compared to eating a banana as one whole piece.
So weird.
Absolute horse rubbish. Forget about it. And that one blew up over the weekend. Aaron, welcome to the show. Please help us out. You got a tip?
It's Eric. Hi, Eric.
Eric.
Hey guys, sorry.
Sorry,
Normally
Aaron.
answer to Aaron.
No, go for it, Aaron. What's your
It's a
tip?
bit boring, but if you're trying to lose weight, honestly, you should drink more water. Like when you're hungry, your stomach doesn't know if it's full with solids or liquids. So once it hits that point, the hunger goes away.
Yep.
Yeah, but doesn't my stomach, often your stomach demands what you want. Don't you get that feeling?
A little bit. You need to be disciplined, right?
No, if you do drink 1.5 litres of water, at the end of it, Eric, you do feel quite full. You don't feel like eating at all, do you?
Yeah, and with proper hydration, you do get better benefits. Good skin. You probably sleep better too.
You been shredding, Eric?
Trying but failing.
Oh, no. See, I was hoping for tips that actually work.
The first guy that you had, though, Whip, he said 1 litre of water each day up to 8 days. So he's saying to knock off 8 litres of water on the final day?
He came on and then clarified afterwards in another video, which circled back to me sort of half an hour later. He was saying whatever your normal intake is, which is maybe your healthy 3 litres, he was saying add 1 more litre.
Okay, gotcha.
So go for 4 every day. Yeah, don't add an extra litre every day. You're right.
What I'm doing now.
No, yeah. Oh, you're doing 4, are you, Eric?
Trying to, yeah.
It's also good for your skin too.
Water.
Are you okay? So
What about the lemon in the morning?
You're looking for shred tips leading into summer.
Yep.
The only exercise you're doing is looking at videos on TikTok.
Yeah, but I'm lying in bed, and sleep is also one of the crucial things for weight loss.
You don't lose weight sleeping?
The more I hear, and that's more and more popular, says, we were looking at an article the other day about how crucial your sleep is, and I think you can actually lose more weight sleeping than working out.
Well, at least you're not eating when you're asleep.
Good point. It stops you putting your hand in your mouth.
All right, we need tips shredding into summer. Nabil from Horsley Park, what do you got for us, Nabil?
Yeah, hey, good morning, guys. So a couple of years ago, basically what I did was a 30-day challenge.
Yeah.
I completely cut out everything that basically we shouldn't be eating. So no Coke, as in no soft drinks, no ice cream, no chocolate, candy, anything that was fried.
Yep.
No bread. I was just eating
pasta,
pretty much steaks, chicken, and vegetables. That's it.
Good man.
And as far as drinking, just drinking water. I wasn't letting anything else into my body for 30 days. And I dropped 7 kilos in those 30 days. So I went from 94. Actually, yeah, I have maintained it. So I went from 94 to 87.
Wow.
And since then, this was back in November 2020, I haven't gone past 88 and a half kilos.
Good on you.
Wow.
And it also taught me discipline, portioning my meals and stuff like that. So it's really helped out a lot.
Oh, okay, there's Nabil.
See, that's the thing too, because you got to be able to drop it. If you take on a 30-day challenge, you got to be able to lose that weight and then hold it. I mean, Tommy, how much did you lose altogether or to date?
23. Yeah,
massive.
Just by cutting your hair.
Yeah, there's a few people in there. I think I used to have muesli, like a sugary muesli for breakfast, and when I switched to all bran, that made a big difference
I've
for
got
me.
some special K in there.
No, don't have date.
Tanya from Abbotsford, what's your weight loss tip?
Hi guys. Definitely intermittent fasting.
So how long would you fast for?
You fast for 16 hours and you're allowed to eat for 8 hours.
Yeah.
But I tried a few things. Like, I mean, once I turned over 50, it was really hard to shift the weight. And I only needed to lose, 4 or 5 kilos. But it was really hard. I did lots of walks and, but I'm not joking. Once you do it, it really works.
You do it every day, Tanya?
I do, actually. I don't eat anything till about 11 o'clock.
Yep.
And then so between 11 and, say, 7 p.m., I can basically, I'm pretty sensible. I eat fairly well, but, I can eat whatever I like between those hours, 11 a.m. and 7 p.m.
Just got to get to 11 o'clock.
That's
You know what? I'll tell you, it was really hard. It was damn hard to start with because I like milk in my coffee.
Yeah.
You're allowed to have black coffee.
Okay.
You're allowed to have black coffee, black tea, but definitely no kind of anything with any kind of protein or anything, so no milk or anything. But, yeah, honestly, I would swear by it.
All right.
I was pretty fit, but, yeah, it was great.
Tanya, thank you. I love that. All right, writing it down.
Let's go, Sarah in Liverpool. Give us your fitness tips, Sarah.
Hi. Well, basically you cut out sugar, but you start small by cutting it out of your coffee.
Yep.
Or you can replace your coffee by having an apple, so it's not processed sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still get your boost in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I did it for about 8 months and dropped 40 kilos.
Whoa! 40 kilos? Just by cutting all the sugar out, Sarah.
Yeah, I don't eat anything with sugar in it.
Bang!
I don't eat fruit anymore.
40 kegs. Awesome.
Sam in Leppington, weight loss tip for Whipper.
Fitzy and Whipper, big fan of you guys.
Love you, Sam.
Good morning to you.
Yep.
I normally, I'm busy. I always don't have time to make food or anything. I always get frozen meals from Aldi, like $3 each, which is cheap. 600 calories a day, and that's it. So I eat lunch at 1, dinner at 6, and that's it.
Oh, good effort. So Sam's fasting as well.
Okay.
That's how much do you weigh, Sam?
Well, I used to be 100. I lost in about 10 weeks, just like the window you have now with us.
Yeah, mate.
I lost about 10 kilos.
Bang, that's what I need. Handy 10 if I could shred a 10.
He's not eating 2 Aldi ready-made meals.
$3.
Twice a day.
1 and at 6.
Absolutely no
Thanks,
chance.
Sam. Love it, buddy.
And it's also, we got Christmas party season coming up as well.
I won't drink at them.
Nicholas from Newtown, you got some useful info on blending fruit, Nicholas.
Yeah, how you going, everyone?
Yeah, good, buddy.
Really good.
The smoothie guy, rather than eating whole fruit, is 100% true.
What do you mean?
I'm a trained biochemist from Sydney Uni, and we got taught that the nutrients doesn't change. You've still got all the vitamins, you've still got everything in there, which is great.
Yep.
But all of the fibre has been pulverised, so it gets absorbed in a different part of your gut.
Oh. So you're telling me there's more calories in eating a blended banana than a full banana?
It's just more accessible.
Okay, gotcha.
So what happens is you've got your stomach and then you've got all the other part of your gut. Instead of it being absorbed way further down where all the fibre goes, it gets blended up and it gets absorbed into the gut. So it kind of makes it that you get a big hit rather than a slow release, and your body absorbs a lot more and it acts differently.
This is amazing. Nicholas.
100% true.
Nicholas.
Nicholas, can I ask you, smoothies that you get from Boost or whatever like that, are they replacing it with a meal? Is that a bit of a load of crap, or?
Yeah, it's basically like just a chunky soft drink.
Oh, this is amazing.
Yeah, you should really avoid, because think about how much fruit goes into that drink. There's no way you could sit down and eat 4 oranges, 2 bananas, 2 apples.
No. No, that's your problem. When you sit down and you've got food in front of you,
it's intake, isn't it?
That's what you've got to stop. Is your control.
Well, call
and
the show.
You're really weak in that area.
No, I'm not. I'm extremely strong and dedicated to myself and my body, but I just want to be the best form that I can be for my wife and my kids.
Focus that strength into other areas, like content or something.
No, because I want Lisa, my wife, to look at me and go, "Oh, how can I get my hands on that hot rig?"
That's
the
tough.
good news is you married it, so it's 24/7, baby, all yours.
She doesn't know.
No, she doesn't, and that's the issue. That's what I'm trying to change, but she will. She will.
The Fitzy and Whipper podcast. Podcast.
This is the question I want to ask, Sarah. Probably you can answer this. After you've been married once, do you forfeit every entitlement from friends and family in your future marriages?
What do you
What
mean?
do you mean? Yeah.
Gifts. And here's the story that I need to bring up. I've got a mate at the moment who's been asked to organise another mate's second bucks party. And he's like, are you serious? I organised the first one. That didn't work out. And now you want me to organise a second bucks party? Absolutely no chance.
Yeah, it's a bit tough. I didn't do any of the stuff, to your point, on the second time round. No hands, none of that stuff. Gifts were discouraged, all that. But for Gary, it was like, this is your first wedding, so you do a bucks, you do that sort of stuff.
Well, at 13, 24, 10, I'd love for people to get involved because did you have to buy a gift for someone the second time round?
I would have thought
Did you have to organise a bucks or a hens night?
Wouldn't it just be a little bit low-key? Like something a little bit smaller? But at the same time, if a mate came to me, unlike your friend, and said, hey, getting married, this is an exciting time of the life, can you organise a bucks party for me? It's an honour, of course.
Not the second time
yes,
round.
the second time.
He's still celebrating a big moment in their life.
Are you asking for me to bring all the guys together for a great time? Leave it with me. Who's complaining about that?
No, but see, this is the thing. He said I've got to pay, I've got to put deposits down, I've got to find, I've got to get in contact with everyone.
Well, how big does a bucks need to be?
Well, it's usually quite large.
Was he off to Vegas, is he? How's the way some people do that? Take off to Vegas for a bucks party.
It's a huge ask, isn't it?
Give me a break, but invite me also.
What about, I mean, Sarah, your second wedding, it was a surprise. We thought we were going for an engagement.
You
didn't
did.
we? I did.
You were the only person, really, and my uncle who rocked up in a tracksuit because he'd gone to get a haircut and just thought he'd swing past.
I think there was quite a few others there.
Yeah, there were a few
weren't
people.
dressed.
Yeah, that weren't dressed. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there was no gifts given on that day. You didn't
No.
get any gifts for the second wedding.
No, a few people gave us stuff. You gave us a beautiful bottle of wine. That was very nice.
Was I the only one that got you something?
In this room,
Do
yeah.
you know what's amazing?
Here we go, we're back.
Still waiting.
If we could get a grab from 1 minute ago where you said we didn't want gifts, it would be amazing to play that into your ears right
from
now.
the guy who knew from even before, knew about my proposal before I did, says he orchestrated the
you want me to
romance,
say it
was
again?
asked to speak at the
Do you
wedding.
want me to say it again?
Zips. Yeah, but you didn't
So-
get me
You're the
anything
gift
for the
guy.
first.
I got you a husband.
Oh!
I emceed your wedding. I got you 2 kids. I got you a life, mate.
Well, you can have the 2 kids
so
back.
do you
Is
want
there
me
a return
to?
on
You
that?
want me to give you something tangible instead of the life that I gave you?
It was more the sentiment that you didn't obviously care enough about the friendship.
You pride yourself on being the gift guy. You're the tangible guy.
And I gave you something completely priceless.
Oh,
You cannot put a value on what I've given you, which is
You
the rest
gave
of your
me
life on
nothing.
this planet.
Mate, that was an
Oh,
introduction.
my
So an
God.
introduction is a gift.
So
And the intro was
let's
when he
take
was
away-
not single.
let's take away all of that, and I'll get you a lamp. There goes your husband. There go the kids. There goes the rest of your life. There
Again-
goes your holiday time. Enjoy your lamp. Turn it on around 7.
See, I think...
I've seen you give people gifts for less. It's a mark of our friendship.
I would like to
100%.
push it out there even more.
Yeah.
What about when you get into the third marriage territory? Like, you are kidding yourself even asking for a bucks party or a hens or even a gift or something to come along to?
People still have, like a mate of Dad's, he's been married 5 times, and the 5th wedding was just as big as the first one.
Yeah, because the other person may not have been married before. It's still a celebration of love.
Waste of money.
Dad's
Waste
going to
of money.
Mum and Dad are going to a wedding really soon, and she's 50 now, and she hasn't been married before. And the guy she's marrying has been married a couple of times. So you're right. It's
You
a
have to make it
scenario
big
where
for her.
it's still her first wedding. It's her day. It's a dream day of her as a bride, getting all dressed up, and he's probably just dragging the old suit out and hoping it doesn't stink of mothballs.
Are you entitled to ask for the kettle that you gave them on the first wedding?
You want it back?
If they're not together anymore and he's prepared to get married again and ask for another gift.
What sort of kettle is it?
Well, this is the
You
thing.
know what I mean?
It's one of those Smeg ones, you know. Those
Oh, with
really-
the Dolce
really
Gabbana
wanky ones.
design?
Yeah.
Wow, that's fancy. I'll ask for that
Goes
back.
with the Smeg fridge.
Well, you wouldn't have the bubble wrap in the box, would you, as well?
Vanessa's given us a call from Windsor. How many times has Mum been married, Vanessa?
Mum's on her
fourth now, Fitz.
Oh my gosh!
geez,
Now,
okay.
so did it get to a point where she said, "No, I don't need anything anymore," Ness?
I don't know, but I think the church has just put in a drive-through window for her.
Awesome.
Oh, no. And Ness, compared to the other men that have previously been, does this one seem like a keeper?
Oh, 1 foot in the grave. I think he's a pretty solid bet.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's
okay.
pretty old, is he, Ness?
Yeah.
Oh gosh,
Ness, have you said to your mum, why do you actually need to marry this man?
I'm not sure if she's just a bit too fond of marzipan or can't be alone.
She can't be alone.
Oh, Ness.
And there are a lot of people out there that can't be alone, but I agree with you. You can still have a relationship. You don't have to get married.
Unless you're after the coin.
You still get the coin, though,
You
de
do,
facto.
don't you? De facto, you still get the money.
Mate, my pop Stan married, I remember his second wedding to a lady called Beat. They called her Beat. She was Beatrice.
Right.
And I knew on the day at the reception, I looked at my grandfather and I went, he is not
Come
into
on,
this
Stan.
at all.
Aw.
She was out there and I reckon she knocked off 2 packets of Peter Stuyvesant within an hour.
Really?
Just
On the
starting
wedding
away.
day?
And there was a moment where Pop was sitting on the couch just looking out, and I think he'd realised what he'd just done.
Oh, no.
And I remember at his age, and I don't think he wanted to get married, and it didn't last very long. Beat just took him to the cleaners. And he was the one that,
beat him.
He passed away. He passed
In
away.
the chair that day?
Yeah, and he passed me down in his will. He said,
Oh,
Ryan
yeah.
can have the fatback television. And we found out a month later that he still owed $800 to Radio Rentals on it.
So that day, did he
took everything?
Did they have a waltz or was there a dance or anything?
There was.
He probably had a
He
Viagra
lived
on
in
the
a
day.
housing trust unit. He had a lawn mowing round, and it just wasn't. There wasn't. It just no one was into it.
He was
Rest in
there.
peace,
He
Pop.
didn't take the Viagra too early, did he?
Oh, stop.
Sitting in the chair there and
I don't even know what
still
we're doing
waiting.
that day.
Still waiting to go,
Just
and
wanted freedom.
she's out there sucking back a gasp, letting the body rot from the inside, and he's just there. He's just there with something to pop a hat on.
He just didn't want to do it. He knew. Well, hopefully I end up like that one day.
Jeez,
Pass
way
it
to
down,
go.
Pop.
The Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
Did you know you can rent out Bondi Beach? I mean, there is this dinner they have called Dinner en Blanc, which is white. That's a white party, guys. It's a white dinner. It's a white
I think there's
event.
quite a few white parties every weekend in Bondi, isn't there?
I know exactly what you mean, but I won't say it for broadcast reasons. What's interesting is they've done this dinner all around Sydney. It's been all around the world. It's a worldwide event, and I know people go along. But they did it at Centennial Park a while ago, and we got an invite, actually, to go along. I think you kind of book an area or you book part of the table. It's a big, long table.
You've got white pants,
I
haven't you?
do have a pair of white jeans, actually, so they're washable. They're not a soft linen or anything like that.
This is very you.
It's not very me, no.
It is.
No, I've been to a white party not long ago, but this is another one. Because you've got to turn up. I was told you can turn up you've got to bring your own seat. Like they do the
deck
food
chair.
and everything, and I think they supply... No, not a deck chair.
Yeah.
Like a seat that sits at a table.
Well, that's ridiculous. Who's getting in an Uber to arrive to have an awesome time?
Yeah, hey, bring
with
your
their own
seat.
chair?
BYO seat.
No.
Because I don't think they have enough. That's how big the event is. Look at that. Oh, the tables. That's a shot of Bondi Beach there last time they did it.
Yeah, wow.
So they've
How many
supplied the
people they
tables.
reckon?
I don't know how many.
Thousands, isn't there?
Thousands, yeah.
Do you pay less for the seats right where the water's breaking when the tide comes in?
I don't think so. But what I didn't realise, the Waverley Council has approved this, says you've got it, 5,000 attendees.
How we can't. I just spoke about the hospitality industry. They're struggling to find people. How are you going to find enough people to serve 5,000 people food on Bondi Beach?
Do you bring your own food?
No, you get a little...
Something like that.
It's a box. You get a catered box.
no,
so they
it's
pre-pack
Fire
it together.
Festival.
It's Fire Festival.
But they've paid the Waverley Council $32,000 to rent out part of Bondi Beach.
Well, I remember. Well,
not
didn't they
bad.
have New Year's Eve parties on Bondi Beach?
Yeah, I've been to one of those.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg I went and saw.
It was, what a ripper trying to get home at that time.
Passed out on the beach once, which is good. But then it got a bit scary because people were getting drunk and going for a swim.
Yes, they were. There were some bad moments.
But if you had a group of, if you had a group of mates, right?
Weren't they going
So 32,000. What if you got a group, 64 people, and said 500 a head, let's section off our own part of Bondi Beach?
Well, you can do that anyway, mate. Why do you have to
because
pay?
on a hot day in Bondi Beach, you've got 100,000 people. Your towel is next to a stranger.
No, I don't
right?
think you could do it on a hot day.
And
That'd
imagine
be
being able just to rope off that area and say to the Waverley Council, 32K, guys, here it is. Take it. We'll have that area. I just didn't realise you could buy Bondi Beach.
Oh, now you're in.
I suppose
You know what I mean?
$500, you're probably going to pay that anyway for parking.
I would love to know what they make from parking on a hot day.
Amazing.
And probably that'd be an entree at Icebergs, wouldn't it?
Do you have to bring your own chair to this white event?
No. They set up the table.
Do
They set it all up. It's quite nice because it used to be at the Opera House forecourt, so it was
It's a scene, isn't it?
It's a scene, and it was started in Tasmania, didn't it?
Started in France.
Didn't they try to put a restaurant from Tuscany on Bondi? Remember that? And the locals blew up?
Oh, yeah. They wanted to do like a beach club. They wanted to do like a South of France beach club.
That's right. It is
He got shut down.
Bondi.
You can imagine the amount of tight white budgie smugglers just there on the sand. A few gold chains, lots of Lamborghinis in the car park. I tell you what, I'd be there.
Yeah, you would.
Really tight.
It is very
But I'd be the only one that hadn't maintained my bikini line.
It's a very
koala
Whipley
ears.
event.
You know
So-
white pants to Groot.
Oh,
You would have a pair of... Do you have a pair of white pants?
Of course I have a pair of white
There
pants.
you go.
But you would. This is
not me,
Whipley.
mate.
You all
This
over.
is not me.
Eastern suburbs, the best of the best.
Anyway, let's have a
networking.
Let's have a chat after 9 o'clock.
Unbuttoned.
And I'll buy you a ticket.
You're listening to the Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
Lights, camera, clarity.
Ooh, Sarah.
The top trending stories in entertainment this morning. Twitter has suspended Kanye West. So his account has been locked after he posted a series of vile anti-Semitic slurs and declared war on Jewish people. He said, I'm going to bed, but when I wake up, it's DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. Instagram have already suspended him.
It's still up.
Because it's there, but he can't post.
Okay,
Yeah,
he's not allowed to
Yeah,
post.
on Instagram and Twitter he can't post. He also he very much has got Justin Bieber offside after he went and put a post up accusing Hailey Baldwin of having a nose job, which just feels like an unnecessary addition to your day.
He rocked up to North's basketball match.
Or was it a soccer? I don't know.
No, it was a basketball match, and Kim was there watching as well. And Dad rocks up in a White Lives Matter t-shirt, tucked into his jeans, and a big pair of Wellington boots.
Cool.
So
and he's
uncomfortable.
pacing just on the sideline of the game.
I mean, he's trying to put forward so many messages, and he's having these big fights with Adidas and all of this, which we can see going on. And then he jumps in and says, oh, by the way, Justin Bieber, your wife's had a nose job.
I know.
Yeah, he's had a go at the Jewish community now, is that correct?
Yeah,
That's right.
that's it. So, anyway, it is fascinating how Kim Kardashian, for whatever you think of the family, she doesn't stand by his behaviour, but she is sort of there for him in a way and always says he's the father of my kids and will always try and put on a united front for the kids. But I mean, what a place to put someone
Where's
in.
this going to end? This is what I'm
he's
trying
not
to
well,
work
is
out.
he?
He's not well.
No.
I don't know how.
sad.
And he's trying to be. He's trying to up each controversial moment. And what I worry about is that he's going to go out with a bang.
Well, he's had a lot of people speak out against him, celebrity friends, politicians, so he's just isolating people one by one from his life. Guys, one of the actors on Deadpool. So this guy, TJ Miller, you won't know by name, but if you saw the films, he played Deadpool's best friend. So, you know, the guy who works behind the bar. He's been in lots of other stuff, but he usually plays the sort of second character, not the lead. Anyway, he said that his experience, one particular moment with Ryan Reynolds was so bad that he's actually ruled out appearing in the third Deadpool. This is what happened.
We had a really weird moment on Deadpool where he said, let's do one more take. And then as the character, he was like horrifically mean to me. But to me.
Cathartic.
As if I'm Weasel.
Right.
So he was like, you know what's great about you, Weasel? You're not the star. But you just, you do just enough exposition that it's funny, and then we can leave and get back to the real movie.
So he's riffing. And how much of it made the cut?
A lot of it. I just kind of listened and thought it was weird, and then I got off stage because then they finally were like, cut. And the whole crew was acting weird. And then I went up to Kate and I was like, that was weird, right? And she was like, of course it was weird. It was insane. It was insane. And everybody was looking at each other like, what is he doing? I don't know. I mean, would I work with him again? No.
Wow. No, big call to make on someone like Ryan Reynolds. His conversation goes for ages. It's from a podcast. And he also says that there are quite a few people in Hollywood who have had the same experience with Ryan.
Sure he wasn't having a joke?
No. He was sort of saying, like, he said, I wish him well with everything. He's a very talented comedian. But he said, he in those moments will hide a pretty, nasty attack on you.
Yes.
Bit dark, yeah.
Sounds like he just used the film as a cover to release the anger.
Maybe.
Well, Deadpool 3, it has been confirmed that Hugh Jackman will come back as Wolverine.
I know, that was pretty cool, wasn't it?
That's massive.
Yeah, I feel like, in any job, and the first Deadpool in particular, Ryan Reynolds was in charge of everything. No one was sort of on board. It was his baby. So maybe he was having a bad
Was
day.
Deadpool the one with the kid from New Zealand?
That was the sequel, yes, Deadpool 2.
What's his name again?
It's one of the biggest movies of all time.
John Dennison.
Julian.
John Dennison.
That's right.
Very funny. Also seen on the recent Gillette ad.
Yeah, he is. Guys, Ed Sheeran, this was fun. He did an impromptu gig in his hometown of Ipswich.
I saw this.
Yeah, what a legend. He just rocks into a local music store, buys a guitar, stands on the steps of Town Hall, starts singing, sounds amazing. The crowd obviously gathers pretty quickly, and then he does this.
I have a question. Is that your guitar? How long have you played guitar for? 6 months. If I give you this guitar after this, and this speaker, will you... How old are you? 10. So I started playing guitar at 11, and I couldn't play guitar before that. If I give you this, you make him practice every day, right? Every day.
As a 10-year-old, your mind's kind of blown.
And the parent would have been like, great, we're going to sell this on eBay.
I knew that's where you'd go.
That's the disappointing thing. I think kid gets a brand new guitar from a shop, we get a painted penis. Do you know what I mean? I'm just a bit...
I saw
You're so ungrateful.
saw a video the other day, David Gilmour from Pink Floyd. This was years ago, and there was a busker, and the busker did the wine glasses.
Oh, yeah.
And he had his fingers around the wine glasses to a tune. It was pretty amazing. Dave Gilmour was there with his wife, and his wife goes, this guy is amazing. Dave Gilmour goes, what are you doing tomorrow night? Guy had no idea he was from Pink Floyd. He said, I'm performing down the road. Do you want to come up on stage with me and perform?
Do some wine
This
glass
guy
gear.
rocked up with his wine glasses and realised there's like 20,000 people in the audience. This guy was freaking out. He's doing his wine glasses and Gilmour's doing Pink Floyd guitar over the top of him.
Can we set some microphones up on the glasses?
Can you hear glasses over guitar?
That is awesome.
Finally, guys, Post Malone coming to Sydney's Accor Stadium, joining the Red Hot Chili Peppers for their 2023 tour. Their first show is Thursday, the 2nd of Feb. Their second show is on the Saturday, the 4th of Feb. Tickets are on sale this Friday at 11 a.m. from livenation.com.au.
The Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
I'm looking for the biggest cab or Uber fare of all time. If you've got a story, 13 24 10. I told you the biggest I had was about $140. Fell asleep in a car with a lady, got a lift home. We were going for a coffee, Sarah and I fell asleep.
You fell asleep on the way to go for a coffee.
I was fast asleep.
What time of the night?
Maybe had too many. It was about 2 in.the.morning.
For a coffee?
Woke up and this was the first time I'd ever come to Sydney. So that was the thing. I got out of the cab. I didn't know where I was and it cost $140.
I'm dying to figure out every time you tell this what suburb you
There was
were
a train station near me, Sarah.
Oh,
I
I know the
jumped
one.
on the next train.
It's called Richmond. Well done, buddy.
So this is the story. Oliver Kaplan, age 22, Manchester, England. So he ordered an Uber. The guy rocked up. He had a look where he was going. His destination, it said it was a 15-minute journey tops. And the bill was going to be around about, it's going to be about $17 to $19 Australian, right? He went out and had a big night with the boys. He woke up the next morning hungover, and you know when you get an Uber, you actually do get an email with a receipt. Receipt of your ride the night before. And he said the last thing I expected was a charge of over $61,000.
Jeez.
$61,000?
So he's still trying to get this over the line with Uber, but they're not getting in contact with him. But the destination, the location was actually set to the same name as a place here in Australia.
Awesome.
They thought in the Uber he was going to go from Manchester all the way to a suburb in Australia, and they charged him for it, Sarah.
But how can you? Because it doesn't charge you till you get there.
It was on his credit card.
Oh, the poor bugger.
So, I mean, he's woken up, he's seen that, he's obviously got in touch with Uber. Did they pay it back straight away?
Well, no, this is the thing. He's trying to get it back. He's still fighting at the moment to get it back. He will get it back, without a doubt. They've made a mistake.
Yeah.
Because it did tell him it was only going to be $17 to $19, but then it's changed to a different destination in a different country, and he's woke up the next day hungover with a $61,000 debt.
See you later. Thanks very much. Thanks for riding Uber. See you on the next trip. How many stars did you give that driver?
I mean, this is a story that you'll be able to hold on to for the rest of your life.
You're telling everyone you've got a bloody story for your Monday at work. You're telling the grandkids when you're old. I had one, and I probably pushed the limit a little bit. Tommy, you were familiar with this. I think you may have been with me at the time we were going to an event, but I decided before the event that I should go home and have a shower and maybe a bite to eat. And just the problem was I kept the cab running out the front.
So
because it was hard to get a taxi. So don't you go anywhere now. I've got you, mate. I'm going in for a shower, I'll get dressed and have a bite to eat.
That's a time one. I mean, you're not racking up as much, though, when you're driving as driving.
Yeah, it was 120, and, we didn't actually go that far.
Good effort.
I've got a call from the accounts department here at Nova.
Any other big ones within the team?
One of the guys I used to work with used a cab charge to go. It was about $400.
Oh.
Yeah, went up to just figured, you know what, we'll just go up to the Central Coast. He'd had a few. Just thought we'll just go up for a drive.
You're not getting away with that with the place of business, are you? They're questioning you on that.
God, no. But he was at a level where you didn't really question what he was doing, so it didn't matter.
You guys mind if I drop a name at all? Went to school with a star from Neighbours and also from many, many shows in the United States, Jesse Spencer.
Oh, yeah.
And
Billy Kennedy.
He was Billy Kennedy, and he used to take off from school, and then he had to go to set, right, to film Neighbours. But Channel 10 would give him a cab charge, and we would go through McDonald's on the cab charge. So they, the cabbie would pay for it, and then we'd add it on to the fare at the end, and he'd drop us all home before he took off to Nunawading.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Here's
a great
one.
Deal. We all
here's
had a win.
one for you.
Mm-hmm.
One of BJ's good friends, Jasmine, was in a cab one night, had a cab charge from work.
Yeah.
And it was a male driver, but really liked his leather jacket. And the girls had a few drinks and said, "Can I try on your leather jacket?" It was all laughs.
Bit of fun.
She tried it on. Fits her perfectly, Sarah. She said, "I will give you $300 on this cab charge if I can have your leather jacket." And the bloke took it.
Yeah, you would take it. It was probably pleather.
So she doesn't get to pay for it at all.
No, she's got a brand new jacket.
She's got a brand new jacket.
You have to get the mothball smell out. Bridge in Epping, welcome to the show. How much were you charged?
So, Fitzy and Whipper, my partner and I got a ride share to the first State of Origin game this year. It was $20, right? Obviously, we were there. We had a few bevies. And once the game ended, everyone was obviously scattered everywhere trying to get home. And so we thought we'd walk to the nearest train station. However, my partner fell over, completely stacked it. And we thought, well, we better get a ride share back home. Yep. $120.
Oh, because of the traffic? Because there was a lot of people wanting it, Bridge.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right.
So you've jumped up $100 just because there wasn't many around.
And it was ride share. The other thing too. Remember the caller called not long ago with the life hack, where if it's saying that the price is high and there's not many cars in your area, walk 20 metres down the street and try it again there. It can completely change what you're offered and the rate.
The Fitzy and Whipper Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.